Hi, everyone, and welcome to the weekly March 2023 Tarot Bite reading for Aries. So this is actually a new reading I'm doing. When I talk about Tarot Bites, this is just a bite of a reading. It's not like the extended illumination readings that I do. So this is going to be just a quick reading, about 10 minutes or so, that's really going to help engage you with the present moment, help give you a message to focus on, and then to point you in the direction of a doorway that's opening for you this week to continue to allow for your spiritual growth. So an opportunity that wants to come in. All right, so Aries, let's see what that's going to be this week. We have, interesting. So you have two here, two cards. We have Initiation by Fire, which is perfect for you, Aries, because that is the energy that you work with. You are a fire sign. You're the cardinal fire sign. And we are quickly moving towards the start of the Aries season, which is basically the new year in the Zodiac. So this is a really kind of potent time for you in general. Now, it has the master number 22, which is the master builder. So this is a beautiful time. I think what's being initiated for you here is what you will be building ahead coming out of this month and moving into, really your season. And then we have Hold Your Center, number 34, which breaks down to number 7. That's all about the confidence of self, also the confidence in our experience when we know that we are co-creating with spirit. But I like this. This is very powerful. It feels very firm. And I like that you're being asked to initiate in your energy, which is great. So I'm going to read like the little shortened version of the message that comes in the booklet with this tarot deck. So let me go ahead and find Initiation by Fire. It says, Initiation by Fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. In letting go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined, opening to fresh blessings and new life. You are, like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames reborn. I love that. There's this beautiful feeling of just kind of lightening your load, of letting go of anything that's happened up to this point and really moving forward fresh and more powerful, but kind of with the full energy that comes in the tarot, that kind of lightening it down to just carrying one little bag, not bringing all the baggage from the past forward, but starting fresh with just the things you need for this new cycle or this new version of yourself that's ready to emerge. And we'll look at number 34. Hold Your Center. And it says, have you been rushing out to meet others, trying to bend or accommodate their needs at the expense of your own well-being and inner peace? Now you are to strengthen your own energy, your own boundaries, to find your ground. Firmly place your feet there and do not move. Feel your feet anchoring you like a beautiful tree. Let yourself experience quiet certainty as you hold your center with commitment, courage, and consciousness. I love that. So this is really saying stay true to yourself. Don't let others this week kind of, muddy the waters, so to speak, with you maybe getting distracted from what you've been working towards, getting distracted from focusing on this new version of self, getting distracted from, the new life that is really kind of coming through for yourself, or the new self that is now emerging. So I'm going to pull now 3 cards, and this is going to be for curiosity, courage, and contemplation. So for the first card for curiosity, we're looking at where spirit is asking you to direct your curiosity, your internal kind of spiritual gaze, so that you can see the doorway that is opening up for you this week. So we have, interesting. Okay, so this is a card that is specific to this version of the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it is a card that speaks very much to the 10 of Pentacles, which is kind of like the ultimate legacy we want to leave behind and experience, but also it can speak to kind of that family element of, what do we want our home life to look like, as we get older? Do we want to have the generational, when we think of a legacy, like what do we want to leave for generations down the line? And for many of you, there could be, with the 6 of Wands coming in and the 7 of Wands, there's this feeling of really being successful and working towards this legacy, or being seen for what you're accomplishing here. And really, with the Seven of Wands, that really speaks to holding your center. This is a card of defending your position, defending what you've worked towards thus far, and really holding on to that feeling of success, to that feeling of I'm working towards my legacy. This is, for me, what I want to continue to build. And I'm going to, again, hold my position, hold my center. All right, so now I'm going to pull a Power of Surrender card here, but we're going to be looking at courage, and this is what Spirit's asking you to have the courage to surrender to, so that you can have the courage to really walk through this doorway. You know, when I speak to kind of divinity and the divine design, there is also an element of free will in that the doorways can open for us, but we have to have the courage to walk through them. And that is when we get to meet our destiny. But we don't always have to meet that destiny if we choose not to walk through these doorways or these opportunities. So there is that kind of interplay between, you know, our highest spiritual potential and just the experience that we choose to make for ourselves based on our free will. So it says, surrender your fear of change. Love this. It says the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So for many of you, you're going through a major change, truly, that you are maybe emerging as a new, more powerful version of yourself, or there is something that you have, again, been really working towards that is going to be part of your legacy or part of a home and family and generational dynamic that you really want to create for yourself. And that could be what's changing, is that suddenly this is what, you know, maybe you are just starting to build towards this. You're just starting to build towards the family that you ultimately want to have, or you're just starting to start to work towards that legacy that you ultimately, the generational wealth or something like that you really want to bring in for yourself. But that is going to bring in change. And that can sometimes prevent us from really holding our ground, prevent us from holding our center, because we know that we might have to walk away from something that has been long-standing, or we know that we understand that this might change our whole routine, and we might have to do more work. We might have to, you know, level up in our relationship and move in with somebody. There's always change on that level. But with the initiation by fire, this is saying follow your passion. Know that you've the past version of yourself has gone through a trial that's kind of burned you to a crisp, but what's coming forward now is just the strongest parts of yourself kind of being, you know, forged by fire at this point. So you're strong enough now to really work towards this, as long as you can surrender that fear of what has to change. You know, when we change internally, our external does change as well, and that can sometimes be a little disconcerting. It can be joyful at the same time as well. And sometimes even that can be, you know, scary, where it's like, whoa, I'm stepping into a whole new wonderful life. And wow, it's so different. I've always had to struggle up to this point, and now I don't. And sometimes even that it can be disconcerting. Okay, let's go ahead, and we're pulling a final card now for contemplation. And this is where Spirit would like you to basically just keep this message in mind throughout the week, to really ground this, you know, bring you back to this message, and just give you a point to kind of fixate on, so that you are really keeping your sights gaze, again, your internal sight, looking in the right direction, so that you can continue to really see this doorway and to move through it. Nah, that doesn't feel right. Let's see if there's, what else? What's Aries' point of contemplation? And this is a great message, a great, whatever card comes out here is, you know, kind of build it into your routine, whether you're having that morning cup of coffee and you just kind of think on the little saying that's on the card, or if you truly build in meditation time for yourself. You could just be sitting at your desk and you're starting to zone out and you can bring yourself back to this point. So it says, Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. Number 26, that breaks down to the number 8, The number 8 is incoming abundance. It can be also empowered leadership as well. So I think for many of you, you might be truly leveling up in some aspect of who you are. This could be that maybe you just got a new promotion, or maybe you are coming into having more money, or maybe an aspect of your personal life has changed, expanded, and grown. And there is going to be this kind of in between where you're going again from, the old version and expanding into the new, more powerful version of yourself. And that is going to lead to change. So think about it this week when you're kind of in that, 1 foot in and 1 foot out, to really embrace this moment of the in between, of really recognizing how far you've come and what maybe now you have to let go of, maybe a more naive part of yourself or inexperienced part, a part that maybe at one point had to go through a lot of heartache or hardship. And now you're stepping into a much more empowered life cycle version of yourself. And yeah, you're about to step into that fully, but it's kind of like honoring the past version of yourself, getting excited about the new version, and getting prepared to pick this foot up that's still kind of in the past, and getting ready to fully engage that with the present moment as you move into this new future version of yourself. So this week is that in between. So really, again, get excited about the future, but also really honor the past version of yourself as well. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. I look forward to reading for you next week in the expanded illumination reading, and I will leave it there. Bye, guys.